The 7 heavenly virtues of catechism evolved as a counterbalance to the 7 deadly sins. Buzzle focuses on each of the virtues, along with what they stand for. Did you know? Each of the 7 heavenly virtues has a corresponding deadly sin. According to Christian theology, the 7 heavenly virtues are the stepping stones to the glorification of the soul. They are a combination of the 3 theological virtues, faith, hope, and charity, and the 4 cardinal virtues, prudence, justice, temperance, and fortitude. The purpose of the 7 virtues is to guide you on the path of righteousness, and keep you away from sins. In fact, they tell the virtuous what he should do, as opposed to the 7 deadly sins that tell you what you should keep away from. This article provides an insight into the 7 holy virtues of catechism and their meanings. The description is accompanied by a Bible verse that highlights the value of each one of these virtues. The 7 heavenly virtues of Catholic Catechism. Charity represents benevolence and generosity. Corresponding vice, greed. In Christian theology, charity or love is the greatest of the 3 theological virtues, the other 2 being faith and hope. Charity stands for the willingness to go out of your way to help others, even at the cost of your own self. This is the purest form of love, and is the ultimate perfection of the human spirit, as it is considered to reflect the nature of God. This love is self-sacrificial and is essential for salvation. Chastity represents purity, honesty, knowledge, wisdom. Corresponding vice, lust. The virtue of chastity means the ability to overcome temptation and remain unaffected by worldly desires. You should have the courage to take a conscious decision to stay away from distractions, and not allow temptations to drive you away from the path of moral wholesomeness. It also embodies honesty, being honest to yourself, your family, and the whole of humanity. Diligence represents persistence, effort, ethics, rectitude. Corresponding vice, sloth. The virtue of diligence means a zealous and careful nature in one's actions and work. Decisive work ethic, steadfastness in belief, fortitude, and the capability of not giving up. It means being steadfast and not allowing obstacles to discourage you or force you to quit. It implies effective time management and guarding yourself against laziness. It is also about staying true to yourself and your convictions. Humility represents bravery, modesty, reverence, altruism. Corresponding vice, pride. The virtue of humility means modest behavior, selflessness, and the giving of respect. Note that this virtue does not imply self-hatred, which is a consequence of low self-esteem. On the contrary, it means being aware of your greatness, and knowing that you need not prove your greatness to the world. This virtue also means giving respect to people of wisdom. Kindness represents satisfaction, loyalty, compassion, integrity. Corresponding vice, envy. The virtue of kindness means charity, compassion, and friendship for its own sake. It means doing good towards one and all, and having everyone's best interest at heart, without the feelings of prejudice or resentment. It also means having a positive attitude and inspiring the same in others. Patience represents peace, mercy, ahimsa, sufferance. Corresponding vice, wrath. The virtue of patience means forbearance and endurance through moderation, and resolving conflicts and injustice peacefully, as opposed to resorting to violence. This virtue is about choosing to forgive, as opposed to holding on to grudges or seeking revenge. Followers of this virtue readily accept the faults of others, and show mercy to sinners. Temperance represents self-control, justice, honor, abstention. Corresponding vice, gluttony. The virtue of temperance means constant mindfulness of others and one's surroundings. Practicing self-control, abstention, and moderation. It is the ability to judge between actions with respect to which action is appropriate at a given situation. Followers of this virtue are aware of the proper moderation between self-interest and public interest. So, we see that the 7 heavenly virtues can guide us towards living a more purposeful life. We all should abide by them to make our life more meaningful and spread peace and joy in the world.